Hello, welcome back. All right, Brandon Media Strategies. Hopefully we are not interrupted by a fire drill today, like we were on Tuesday. Or wait, what's today? Today's Tuesday. I think we were on Thursday. I'm all messed up with this. Tuesdays are Thursdays and Thursdays are Tuesdays now. So, well, this is midweek for us. Everything's due on Thursday. I'm going to go over 2 quick lectures. And then, guess what? I found some old stuff I did for Dr. Bronner's to show you, and I worked on new stuff. I got my new stuff done, and I'm going to do the web page for you. I'm going to show you what I did, and then I'm going to do the web page, which is just copy and paste and rearrange. I'm going to talk through my process as I do. I think it's healthy for you to see other designers doing the design, maybe talking about it, seeing what I can do, and sparks new ideas and interest. And I'll tell you where I got my ideas from. Where are we at? So this is you. We are in session 10. Everything's due Thursday, end of the day. Video lecture 1 and 2. These are the same one. I'm going to go over text hierarchy, text too long. These will be fairly quick. These have to be updated just to let you guys know, because these are built more a little bit on the edge of what do we call it, web development, but it still pertains to this, to graphic design as well. And then I will go over, I mean, you know, the touch points. Hey, I'll do this. I'm gonna go backwards. Start double checking. Easy registration checklist. If you click on this, this gives you the outline of what you need to take and what you don't need to take. Registration starts in like 2 weeks. We're ironing out final details of every class will be available, at least one section. This is the final, spring is the final time that all 4 semester classes will be running together. After that, we are going to do 2 in spring and 2 in fall, as the enrollments don't allow us to any longer just have all 4 running. So you will need to kind of pay attention and know that portfolio, well, we know for fact that portfolio assessment will only run in spring. It will not run in fall anymore. And I believe it's one of these other 2. We are working on it, just so you guys all know that things are changing. But look at this, use your best, and I will update this when we can, so you have a better opportunity. But this is your notification then. Graphic design quick challenge. Why do I see people getting bad grades on this? You can use the internet. You just copy and paste and use the internet to answer the questions. This is an easy A. This is like pumping up your grade. For in 2 minutes, you can have a better grade. Like, there's no reason for a B. I think B minuses, B's. Use the internet. Everybody's doing good on these. You know that it is all here for you. Oh, no, you have the book. You have the book. Read the book. Great. I think we're doing good, and every designer needs to know. Did I compliment everybody? The people, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it proudly for the people who handed this in on time. For both of these, for the most part, everybody who hands these in on time gets them 100% correct. Gets the crop marks correct, gets the bleed correct, gets the margin correct. All those people get it correct. Thank you. I love it. I love it when I grade and I can just be like, perfect, perfect, perfect. Love the work. Thank you very much. Boom, boom, boom. If you are having troubles, please reach out to me. You just need to follow every line in this. I can't, if you have a way that would make it clearer as a student, please let me know. I will make it clear. I can adapt these and change them. So if there's ever like, I always miss this, I can't seem to read it, let me know. I can make things red, blue, green, black. I have some colors. I'll start removing some of this. We're going to update that. Discovery, same thing. Make sure you're following these. It's going to happen in the future. You don't want to be losing money in the future. Go work for somebody and then get fired because you didn't know how to set up a document. I am not kidding. I have let employees go because they did not know how to set up a document after a couple weeks. It was a waste of our time. We were wasting time working with this person, trying to always update their files. And so we just said, you're not a good fit here. You still need more practice. Come, thanks for working with us. Goodbye. Products. Let's do this. Logo variations. I'll show you mine. I don't have them all done. I got 6 out of 10. I did my poster. I got my flyer, and I'll work on my website opener. These are all due Thursday, right? The 30th, the day before Halloween. How anticlimactic, eh? I don't know. Our trick or treat was on Sunday. And that just kind of feels like, well, Halloween's on Friday. It's over with. Like, not fun. Oh yeah, your checklist. This I'm going to update. Did I update it? Yeah, I'm going to update this soon. I keep saying I'm going to do that. I'm going to update that link. Mid-session reviews, great. So that's the run through. I'll run through this every week. You know where the videos are. Questions, comments, concerns, you know how to get a hold of me. Let's check out, do not format with a lack of text hierarchy. Hierarchy is so important in graphic design. It is how we get people to read things in the order that we want them to read it. The biggest is always front and center. I could have this word typography down here, but if it's the biggest thing, that means hierarchically it is the most important. Biggest, second biggest, third biggest. So I have you read this in an order. That's the hierarchy. If you're just setting everything at the same font size, it's not helping anybody understand what they want to do, and then they don't read it. I kind of want to know, like, what's the most important stuff I have to read, and if I have time, I'll keep reading down here. Does that make sense? Like, so we go through. Oh, okay, this one's on typography. Do not format with the lack of text hierarchy. Okay, headings 1. Okay, all right. I don't need to read the left, and then you can maybe go over here. But you can fade out in the hierarchy. I got to reverse this too. I didn't build this file. I just got to rebuild it because this should be up top. So H1 headings 36. Like it should be big and things should slowly go down to body copy. Body copy is like 16 point actually, but in my poster it's bigger because there was room to make it bigger. But think about that hierarchy. We talk about it in design elements and principles. We talk about it in advertising design. We talk about it in every design class. Most important is biggest. And then as we scale down, we get smaller and smaller and smaller with the typography. Hierarchy. Please start to use it. If everything looks the same, it's just boring and inconsistent. And not inconsistent, it's just boring. And then people don't read it. It's just a big page of text. Your design becomes a page out of a novel. It's just text. Well, what should I read first? Like in a book, when you're reading text, you just read from page to page, 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 page. There is no hierarchy unless you come to a chapter heading in which it changes. And then they say, stop here. I'm hierarchically telling you that this is a new chapter. Something might change in the story. Let's start reading. And then you don't hear about that until you get to chapter 3, and then there's a change. So it's the same thing, but you're dealing with a single page with lots of different information. So kind of keep that in mind, figure that out. Next year, you guys will be like, he had this horrible slide. It'll be fixed next year. This one is text too long. Watch how long your lines of text get. If you're running text across the entire page and it's like 16 point and it's a poster, it's too long. Like nobody wants to have to swivel their head to read your information. And I'll show that in my design is shorten things up and add some interest. I can have this like, instead of super long like it is here, and then maybe like then a weird super long photo. I know I can find an interesting photo that is about this size, and then just have that same amount of text be next to the photo and far more interesting. And here we go again. Like I can have like 3 bullet points that's boring with like 1 image, or like 3 images and then headings. And then they're nice and short. It's chunking. Isn't that, are we at that one? I think somebody sent in chunking this week. It's basically, we deal a lot with chunking in design. Little groups of information. Here, I want you to read this. Here, I want you to read this. Here, I want you to read this. And I'm making it simple on you. This image goes with this heading, which goes with these bullet points. And they're all a little chunk. See, 3 chunks. That's what we're talking about. Start to think about that when you do your designs, and when you're looking at, how do I want to do this? How can I accent? If I have 3 of these, is there room for me to put an image? I actually did that today when I was doing my poster, and then I carried through them on my flyer. I had, what do we have, 3 paragraphs of text to place in? I didn't do Spanish yet. 3 paragraphs of text, and I was like, I had them really long, and I was like, I don't like it long. I can make them shorter. I can make the line length shorter, and then I'm going to add a bottle to each one. So that's it. So let's work with that. So that actually is a good transition into this. I'm going to close those. I'm going to trash it because I get a class after this, and I don't want to mistakenly open your work. Text and hierarchy. Move to trash. All right. Let's start with my logo. I'll show you old and new. Here's my new logo. I said I was doing type. I wasn't going to do any drawings. I got this tree. It is the ugliest tree I've ever gotten, but I got it on the internet because I was in a hurry. And I was like, don't, you said you wouldn't draw anything. This is it. Yeah, all the things I thought about. The H and the D have the same serif. I carried it across and added a tree in the middle. I thought that was very cute. I lined up, the C and the E are lined up, and then I made sure, which this is, I'm going to say this and nobody's going to unthink it, is like it kind of goes in the butt cheek of the A, is the exclamation point, but it just kind of fits there. So I had that line up. I was going to have it line up with this Y. I didn't like it. I didn't like it touching. And then I have the 25% off all. Dr. Bronner, I capitalize all, and then products. Like, so this tells you what's going on. There's the logo. Hierarchically, it's the top, but it's not the biggest, but it's a different color. Then we have Earth Day celebration. We know what's going on. Then I have 25% off all Dr. Bronner's products. Products tells me that it's a item. That something's happening with an item. Products. Oh, okay, just read this part over here. Dr. Bronner's is mentioned twice. And actually mentioned 3 times. I liked adding in this bottle. So then I took that and I turned it to Dr. Bronner's blue. Very simple. What if I do it blue? Dr. Bronner's blue. The reason I choose peppermint as their staple, it is the original. The original soap, I believe, was peppermint, and that was their starter. Then I did a little maneuvering. I took the bottle out from over here. I moved it over here because I thought it kind of fit there nicely if I didn't want the bottle to be as prominent. Here, I removed the logo and I put it in here with the bottle right there. Then I was feeling patchy. Actually, I kind of knew what I was going for my poster, and I'll talk about that in a minute. I had an epiphany on, was it last night? I think it was last night, and I was super excited, but I couldn't, it was too late for me to do anything about it. Here's another one. You know, here's kind of like the patch. I'll call this the patch one. This is the one I went with to move forward with. And then I petered out. So I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got to do 2 more, 4 more. And it's just moving it around. I know everybody's like, everybody just does color changes. You can tweak these and move things around. What if you move stuff? I know it's like, oh, I just got to get them done. I tend to do. So dumb. But look at it. Like, what if I move this here? What if I move the tree? What if I move this? That's all it is. I think so you have a understanding of my rush ideas today. I believe I spent 2.5 hours with interruption on starting with 0. All I had was an idea in my mind, and then I did everything. So it's all doable. I would have done more of these, but I was like, oh, instead of wasting my time, I need to move on and do the poster and the flyer. Like, I wanted to show you the other parts, and I was excited about this other thing I was doing. So this doesn't take that long, and it's an exercise. You're going to get clients to be like, can you see it again? Like, sometimes, and then you just kind of move some parts. You know, we're happy with this, but why don't I give you 10 variations of this? And that's not common. You're working with logos, you're going to do 100 variations. I'm not kidding. Like, it goes to that point of like, okay, here's a page of 10. Here's another page of 10. Oh, we're not quite there. Here's another page of 10. And it just becomes habit. Love it. That's the web opener. This is one I started. This was last year. This is like all the messing around, trying different weird crap, bringing in drawing. I think I drew on the page. I don't know. This is the start of the pen tablet stuff. Yeah. Where I can just draw right on the screen. Working with, I look at the words, you know, Earth Day celebration, start lining things up. What lines up with what? How do I move things? Oh, I added a little leaf here, and then the D, R, D, B all line up. You know, like thickness. I think this is thicker, 25% off. You know, like, so it's just playing around till I got to this. I think this is my web opener. I was doing this thing with like the flower and bottles, like every bottle color is represented. I think there's 8. Again, this is old. I went with green again. That's weird. Okay. So, you know, like I wanted this like kind of like, it was supposed to be like a flower, and there was supposed to be like accentuated flower petals here, you know, back in my mind. I got images of people just hanging out, you know. People help make your graphic designs more interesting. Oh, I want to be like those people. I want to be like those people. This is really white centric. I didn't mean to do that back then, but I think I was just pulling images. Oh, and here's a bunch of variations of that logo. You know, here it is. Here's another version. You know, just bouncing things around. Take 4 things and move them all around. You know, it's not that hard. There's a Lego. The standard Lego brick, which is like it's called a 2x4. 2 pips by 4 pips. And it's something like if you have like 3, 4 of those, like you can arrange those in 40,000 different ways. Like that's kind of like this. If there's 4 items, you have 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 is like the amount of variation you could actually come up with one logo. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. Then it's a reversal of that. You can do a lot. So don't be shy. Just it's all about movement. Like, what if I move this to here? What if I move this under here? Just try it. Try it. Try it. So this is what I went with. I'm actually going to copy and paste this. I don't want my guides. Guides, lock guides. So that's the one I'm going to copy. And I'm going to paste it into my web opener. No. And then, so I have to do this. I'm going to call it logo is here. I'm going to turn off paste remember layers. I'm going to paste it in. There we are. And I'll come back to that. All right. So InDesign, I did design and InDesign, right? That's PSD. Oh, I'll open up this. This is my background. So I had this idea that's like came across, and it was a student had done something, and I'd seen this before, and I kind of like wanted that flat generic like repeat of a product. And so this is what I did, and I did it pretty quick, and I didn't align everything perfectly as I would if this was if I was getting graded on it, or if I was doing this for a client. I would arrange everything in a grid flat and then rotate it. I started designing on an angle, trying to get it done. It still works. I like it. It's got a little shift. So what I mean by that, it's got a little shift. Like, see how this brown bottle, they slowly shift out, and it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, but that's my background. I was like, I want to go bright. I want this repeating. I've seen it done before. Kroger does it. I think Kroger, I've seen Target do something similar. So that's where I started from. This is my background. And then go into InDesign. Let's do the poster. Let's zoom in. Let's make it look fancy. Preview. All right. So in my background, my repeat bottle, I have hierarchically very big at the top. Everybody can see Dr. Bronner's All One Earth Day Celebration, 25% off all products. And I got the QR code there. Front, center, top of the line. And then this is where I'm talking. I had the lines of text used to run from here to here, and I didn't like how long they were, and I knew I had room. So what I did is I made those lines shorter, and then I added like, these are like, I would do like almost like bullet points, but it just is highlighting three other. I have blue, red, green, and yellow. Like, you know, just kind of like a bunch of different colors. I'm not choosing all the same color. I'm consciously picking those colors and just going like 1, 2, 3. So each one, it just kind of is a lead into the paragraph that tells about our story. Then lower, lots of imagery. If you know about Dr. Bronner's, you know that you can use it for laundry and other items. I was going to put people washing cars in here, but I just basically settled on a lot of kids. It's lovingly, lots of different variety. And then I have like, yeah, somebody washing clothes, somebody washing their face, lots of kids washing their hands. I just figured it's a big one in my household right now. Just making sure you wash your hands so nobody's getting sick. So that's what I did. And it's plain, it's simple, it's clear, it's got a background, so it's got some entertainment, some eye entertainment. And then it's always about fun people washing up, having fun at the sink. So then I took this and I went into my flyer. I copied and paste, remember layers. That's all I did. It was so easy. And then I just separated it out. So let's do preview again. As you can see, I have all my proper bleed on there. First one, side one. This is all you need. This tells a world everything right here. But then if you want to find out more and you flip that flyer over, here's the same setup as I had on the poster. Easy to read, one side, the other side. Same images. You know, just took out 3, showing people using the product, having some fun, smiling. It's so wonderful. So that's it, you know, and then these are the English versions. I just swap out the text for the Spanish versions. We're rocking and rolling. So let's go to the web page. I know what I want to do. So the Earth Day celebration logo. Then I'm going to do the background. Let's put the background in and then some images. This is going to be, I'm not doing text. I have all I need with this logo, right? So let's put the margin at the top. Crop marks at the top. Oh, layer 1, this is supposed to be logo. This can be images. And then background. So background, file, place, and I have this open a cloud document. And I have it in GRDS 142. Did I pass it up? See, I started looking at it like this. It was easier for me. It was in a different room. All right, 142. Dr. Broders. And then I just need to find that image. There it is, background. Pop it in. Zoom out. Make it smaller. Just the width, right? All that can be extra. Just the cross, just a fun do. All right. Now I want the images. I think I'll do maybe 3 and 3. 3 on one side, 3 on the other. So place. This is the pain in the ass part. Is I don't know. I was trying to place like 3 images at once, and it wasn't letting me. And I don't know if that's a glitch in the system. But I kept trying it. It's just like it wouldn't let me select more than one. See how like as soon as I do this, it just pops. Place. File, place. And then this is the dumb part. Like I love the cloud, but they really don't make it remember much. 2. File, place, 3. All right, where are we at? I just had a nervous feeling I wasn't recording. 1, 2, 3, please. All right, so I'm gonna grab all those 3, and just because I go work quick, I'm just gonna double click on the scale and hit 25. I just want them smaller, and I just want them lined up. I'm gonna go out to the bleed. They can all be the same width, and then I'm just gonna reduce the size of them. And then I'll do 3 on the other side. 6 beautiful images of people scrubbing, washing. Oh, you know what? I was hitting the wrong key. Let's make sure I was holding down shift. So I'm just gonna make that smaller to begin with. I don't think I was holding down shift. I was holding down caps locks. I was wondering why I was not kind of locking the way I wanted it to. All right, middle, bottom, top. Get a little bit more of the washing in there. Let's reduce the size. Let's get them all lined up, right? All lined up together there. I'm gonna hold on shift to make sure I get to the bleed. And bleed. And I'm on the bleed. Let's get those other 3 in. One, 2, 3, 4. File, place, 4. Five, 6. Please. All right, let's get these same width. So I'm just gonna go to here, 25. Okay, it's just a starter point. I'm going to base it off the exact same size as these. Again, as a starting point. 1, 2. That one is already perfect. 3. Gotta go the wrong way on this one. And I'm going to put the washing machine in the middle. All right, so then, right, same size. You just grab these, make sure there's a little bit of an overlap. Grab those, make sure they're aligned the other way, and then get them set in here. All right, I'm going to take the logo, and I'm going to scale it from the center out. Go to my margins, get it centered. And then, what is that, presentation mode? There we go. And that would be the splash page. You go to their website, boom. You see what's happening. People are having fun. It's an Earth Day celebration. It's a big logo. It's fun. There we go. Then I hit escape. So again, I'm going to save this file. Save. Have some fun. Add some imagery. Make it lively. I've seen like everybody's kind of forgotten about imagery on our assignments. Is like draw people in. It's not necessarily like an Illustrator class, but feel free to draw people in. Bring in imagery of people playing, working with stuff, having some fun. Soaping. What are the foam parties? Dr. Browner used to throw foam parties. So you're like had a foam cannon and everything. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, just let me know. I'm here, I'm around, and I will help you out. All right, that's it for me. Thursday starts the new phase 3 of the project, which opens up a couple more designs, and that should handle that. All right. Talk to you, if not on the discussion boards, I'll talk to you again on Thursday. All right, take care. Bye-bye.